For today, I want to cover another low bankroll strategy. We kind of covered a very similar strategy not too long ago. This adds a small little twist to it, very small twist, but it's enough that I thought I'd go ahead and add it on in here just to give people another option on how to play. So for this strategy, let's go ahead and start the player off with a $100 bankroll. It's a pretty low strategy, or pretty low bankroll at least, especially for out here in Vegas lately. Now, typically I would run this with a $5 table strategy. And I may briefly go over that near the end of the video, but for this one, we're probably going to run it as a $10 strategy or $10 minimum bet table. And the reason for that is that currently, under the current pandemic, it's almost impossible to find a $5 table. There are a few out there. I do know of a few out there at certain times of the day and such like this. But for the most part, you're going to find $10 tables. And even those, you're pretty much only going to find off-strip. You can find $10 tables off-strip. There are still off-strip casinos that have $15, $25 as their minimum tables, but there are a lot of the smaller off-strip casinos that do have $10 tables. So you can definitely find a $10 table at least. So we're going to run this as a $10 table. As a $10 table, what we're going to do is a $10 don't pass. As soon as there is a point, we'll use the 9 as an example, you're going to do the 6 and 8. Grab one too many. And then the next thing you're going to do is all of the hard ways. And instead of setting them up here, I'm just going to put it just like that. So you know it's all the hard ways. Player's going to get $1 back. If you're a dealer, never throw the chips to the players. All right. So this is the core fundamental part of the strategy. Now, we call this a low bankroll strategy. Really, this is the kind of strategy you want to play with about $200 to $300. And under the current climate of $10 minimum tables, if you're lucky, $15, $25 minimum tables in a lot of places. I actually know of on-strip places that are $50 minimums, the smallest you're going to find. A $300, $400 bankroll is a low bankroll right now. And what you're looking at here is it's kind of like the minor hedge in that if a 7 out immediately occurs, we're going to win $10 there. We're going to lose $28. So we're losing $18. So it's minimizing the loss. We may have $38 on the table, but if a 7 out comes, we're only going to lose 18 of it. Now, the spot that it can hurt is winners, but we're not adding anything to our don't pass. We're not throwing any lays or anything out there. The don't pass is a minor hedge. What this strategy is really betting on is these two numbers. Betting on these two numbers and then hoping for the hard ways, which is where you get that minor change into it, and I want to show you how I personally would play the hard ways. Now, there are some strategies that will do this, and will do this as a regression strategy. Something hits, they're going to take these down a unit, and then they're going to do it again. And if they hit again, then they're either going to take it down entirely or they're just going to go from there. And the reason for that is that they're trying to get one hit on it, which is to hit in one of these numbers, you have a 10 out of 36 chance. There's 5 ways each for these to hit. Their idea is that this hits, they win $14. They drop down to 1 unit each, so they only have $12 at risk. So now they are basically a free bet, and they're hoping that the point does not roll. Or they will hit that, and they will actually take the don't pass down as well, at which point now they have made $14, they have $12 at risk. It's a strategy, it's a grinder strategy, and it also doesn't include those hard ways. It's doable. This particular idea, this one does not work that way. We are not trying to come down on anything. And the reason for that is if either one of these hits, now we've made $14 in profit, correct? Although we are still down with what we have at risk. Now let's say a 7 out occurs. We win 10 here. We lose 28. So we have lost 18. But we hit one of these, so we really only lost $4. That's why I'm not a fan of regressing down on this one once something hits. Once something hits, as things keep occurring, you're likely to have a very, very small loss. And the idea with playing craps really is you want to catch these longer rolls, and you want to have your bets able to take advantage of these longer rolls. So with this strategy, we're going to keep our bets the same after the first hit. Now with the second hit, at the second hit is where we might start playing around. Now, depending on how conservative you are, you might go ahead and just take it, in which case we're going to do a 15 for 1, and we're just going to take it and same bet it. The third hit at the absolute most is where you want to start pressing things. Right? Because at this point, you've got $28 sitting right there. You have $28 in risk right here. So if a 7 out comes, you're profiting $10. If the point comes, you lost 10 there, but you still made your money. You still made some money over here. Now, of course, you could get another point, immediate 7 out to wipe this stuff out, but your losses are very small at this point if worst case scenarios start occurring. So now is where you want to start pressing things up. So the next one that hits, if you get paid your $14, decide what you want to do. Do you want to press that point 1 unit? Do you want to press it all the way and collect $2 and turn it into 28? Or do you want to press them both 1 unit, collect $2 and make them both 18? I personally would probably press them both. Now what this is not including is if they're coming easy or hard. If they're coming easy, you're throwing in $1 to keep your hard way up. You want to keep that hard way up if you're betting them. If it's coming hard, well, we'll get into how we're going to do the hard ways in just a second. So now we've pulled a little bit more profit. These are bigger. If they roll again, once again, you have a choice. What do you want to do? Do you want to press the initial bet, let's say the 8 rolls? Do you want to press the 8 up to 30 and collect? Do you want to press them both up to 24 and collect a little bit? Do you want to press the 8 all the way up to 36 and collect the $3? It's entirely up to you at this point. Me personally, I'd probably go to 30 on this, but everybody's going to have a different way of playing this. It doesn't matter. You're already up a little bit. Any losses that occur be very tiny if they would exist at all. It requires some really bad worst case scenarios. So no matter what, you're up. You're up. So now that you're up off of your initial bet, this is where you're just trying to win. You want to go for it. Win. Let's win some money. We're up. This is a quote-unquote free bet. So let's win some money. Let's go for it. I don't mean let's start throwing in money like on my power press methods where we're just trying to jack our bets up the table max as fast as possible. But let's start increasing them. Even just a little bit. Increase it 1 unit at a time. If that 8 rolled, you say press me 1 unit, you're still collecting $15 and you made your bet just a little bit bigger. If it comes again, that 8, you're going to say press me up 1 unit, you're going to collect $22 and you're going to go up to 30. If that 8 comes again, you say press me up 1 unit, you're going to have to throw in $1, but you're going to collect 30. So even just the 1 unit presses, you start collecting a little bit. If you're pressing 2 units or you're doing for instance, from here, let's say the 6 rolls, I would probably press it up to 30. And then from 30, I would likely throw them in $2, collect a green. If it rolls again, I'm going to 60. Either way, I'm constantly collecting and making these bets bigger. And again, it's a free bet. So what's that twist I was saying about the hard ways? How would I do the hard ways? Well, to me, and to a lot of players that play craps a lot and tend to press their bets and go for it, they tend to look at the hard ways as almost a throwaway bet. It's $1 or it's $4. We've got $60, $50 in action that's actually in action that's being affected by almost every single roll and place bets and stuff like that. So the hard ways are almost a forgotten thing, and it's $1. So their idea is, who wants to win $7 or $9? Is that life-changing money? Is that really affecting your next roll? Is that building your bankroll, $7 or $9? It's really not. So what do most players do? I know you guys can't see the 6 or 8 on there, but let's say the hard 4 rolls. Most players, not most, but players that play a lot, are likely to say parlay. Let's turn that into $8. Why? because should the hard four come again, now we're getting paid $56. That's another setup for you, or two, depending on how the rolls go. So that's two more shooters you're likely to see on a dollar risk. Why not? What's it hurt? With the 6 and 8, it's even better because you parlay on that first one, you hit $10. If it hits again, you make $90. Does that happen a lot? No, 1 in 1,000, really, because your odds are 1 in 36 for a hard way to roll. So then 1 in 36 for it to roll a second time. So more than 1 in 1,000, but it happens. The other night we actually had a hard way roll 4 times without an easy way or 7 coming. And fortunately for that player, he wasn't parlaying, but he was pressing. So he parlayed the first one. He had $1. It was a hard 8. I remember this fairly clearly. He had a hard 8, parlayed it to $10. Hit again, so he was going to get paid $90. We said, you know what, make it look like a quarter. You got it. Here's $75 off your $1 bet. It hit for the third time. Now we got paid $225, but he said, you know what, let's make it look like 50. Okay, here's your $200 profit off your $1, and it hit again. Hit again. He said, you know what, let's make it look like 100. We gave him $400 off $1. Now the odds of that happening are fairly slim, but with the hard ways, people tend to look at it as kind of a forgotten bet. It's a throwaway bet. We're going to play the hard ways, play our $4, and throw in $1 every so often when it loses, because we'll make our money off of here. And just kind of forget about it until that once a month, once every other month, where we hit our triple parlay or whatever it may be. That's what makes it kind of fun. This is the grind, boring part of the strategy. The hard ways are the exciting, fun part when it actually manages to hit. So this is a low bankroll strategy that you guys could certainly try out. If you're playing on a $5 table, you basically just cut everything down in half. You go to a $5 don't pass, and you're going to do a $6 8 and a $6 6. Still going to do $1 on all the hard ways. If you manage to find a $5 table, this is a strategy you could very viably play with a $100 bankroll. I'd still recommend $150 to $200, but you could play this with a $100 bankroll and play for a fairly long time. Definitely a grinder strategy. And that is this particular low bankroll strategy. So thank you for watching. As always, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we will catch you next time. Thank you everybody for watching today's video, and as promised, a little bit more detail on things that we are working on. So again, we want to continue trying to expand the channel. We're really hoping to be able to add roulette as soon as possible, and then some video keno, video slots, stuff along those lines. Unfortunately, it ate up almost all of our cash, paying off all of our bills during the month of January while we were down. And now that the holidays have ended, YouTube's payouts have dropped significantly. So we're kind of treading water here as far as all that goes. Do have a lot of things we want to add, though. Not just those things, those additional games, and hopefully some carnival games and such like that. But the live streams. The biggest problem right now with the live streams is with 3 jobs combined between the 2 of us, 4 if I include the 20 to 30 hours a week I'm putting into the YouTube channel. It's very, very difficult for me to have a day and time that I can commit to doing the live stream every single week, because we also have our very young child to take care of. But I'm trying to figure that out. I'm thinking it's probably going to end up being on Monday nights or Tuesday afternoons, or possibly both. I intend to do at least one live stream exclusively for our patrons, and then another one on the YouTube channel. So possibly both days. We also have a few other things that we really want to attempt to move forward on. I'm just running into either time or skill set issues. I do want to eventually have a website going for us. I did used to program websites over a decade ago. A lot of things have changed, and I just don't have that time. And not a whole lot of knowledge on the current state of building websites, hosting what sites can host, and how to build up the e-commerce stuff. So if anybody has any skill sets along those lines and would like to answer some questions or just help us out, shoot us an email, sincitylivingLV@gmail.com. Also, I really hope to be able to start adding some exclusive stuff from Sin City Living, logoed shirts, hats. I'm looking to get custom dice made, even custom layouts made, although those would be pretty expensive. But I know zero about e-commerce and drop shipping and anything along those lines. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area, please email me. I would love to ask you some questions and see if you can answer a few to help me figure out how to get that going. Same thing with designing our logos. You know, I had some logos designed, very, very small logos, unfortunately, not big enough to blow up to put on T-shirts and stuff like that. And again, I know I know nothing about logo design, graphic design, any kind of websites that could do it. I literally know nothing. So if you have any skill or knowledge in that area also, please email me, and you're willing to answer some questions, please email me and let me know. I'll admit I don't even know where to start as far as asking some questions, but I'm sure I'll ask a few, and that'll trigger a few more, so on and so forth. So yeah, there's that, and of course we do hope to continue to improve our AV setup, but I am an AV moron, so also right there, if you have any skill sets or knowledge in that area, please email me, and are willing to answer some questions. Please email me and let me know. We would love to help. Otherwise, again, thank you everybody for watching, and we're very excited to continue bringing you our videos. Bye now.